I see somebody's crept their way inside the good old car here to join me on another episode of the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 311. And the reason why I have to put a question mark there is because this is a very impromptu, unplanned episode. And the main reason why I wanted to make it is because I was running some errands, away from my side of town, over in the fucking east side, kind of near the strip. I thought, oh cool, once I'm done with the errand, making my way back. Kind of like a fetch quest, for any good old RPG. Just drive down the strip, have a decent view of what's going on nowadays down here, and I don't know, put this mean old ugly mug right in front of the fucking camera. It's like you said, unplanned, impromptu. What are you actually going to talk about? Shit will come to mind. Like how, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about a week away from the NHL puck drop. I believe that's on the 13th, and today's what? The 4th? Say the 4th? Today's the 4th. 12. Oh shit, no, that's next week. Fuck me. Can't even do basic math today. Yep. That's me almost every day. But we're that much closer away from the NHL starting off, and I'm super excited, man. I know the Vegas Golden Knights are going to start their preseason camps and training stuff starting this week. So, yeah, technically the NHL is off and running, which is nice. But the one downside is that as a season ticket member, I'm not going to be going to games. Obviously, with the situation right now, with this pandemic, and I know exactly what I'm saying when I say pandemic, there is a precedent set to make sure that for season ticket members that you either give them the option of dipping into their deposit of funds to purchase tickets throughout the season, or just get a full refund. And I went with the latter option because I knew that, okay, I don't know how the hell you're going to handle this situation through the season, with 56 games, and you're only playing in intra-division games, and it's intra, right? Inside your own division. But anyways, there was a part of me that kind of questioned this, where I honestly don't know with the, shenanigans of, Canadian leagues or Canadian division, I suppose. I honestly can't say for sure the NHL is going to have a good end to the season or a pretty strong start and finish. And so, it's full refund. But once in a while, if I do have an opportunity, I might pop in to the old T-Mobile Arena, watch a game or two throughout the season. But simultaneously, listen, man. The Vegas Golden Knights boosted up season ticket prices over the course of a year to about $1,200, okay? In the time, right when we're entering the pandemic, too, last year, they were totally fine with this, raised up price fucking number. I had no goddamn qualms about it. And this is where I really look at the Vegas Golden Knights as the organization and really question Bill Foley. I really question the culture of this organization and the philosophy of this organization from top to bottom. Because as we know, as hockey fans, we know the Vegas Golden Knights over the last offseason has had a bit of a, shall we say, image for being cold-hearted bastards. There's no other way to fucking put it, man. The Golden Knights have been some cold-hearted bastards to just toss away Nate Schmidt. Obviously, for cap purposes, you had to cut Paul Stastny. But, man, you really start wondering, is loyalty really a thing here? Or it's more like, all right, just win. We're giving you all this thing, so just win. And I get both sides, right? The emotional and the logical side. The emotional side, these are our players. These are our guys. Like Nate Schmitty. We drafted him in the expansion draft from the Washington Capitals, and Schmitty has been, shall I say, I mean, one of the key pieces in this hockey club since year one. And it's crazy to me that ownership, you know, management just figures, yeah, we'll be fine. This is totally manageable by plugging and putting in pieces, which logically, yes. Pietrangelo, holy shit, dude. I'm not retarded. You think I'm gonna really sit here and bitch and moan about having Pietrangelo on the Vegas Golden Knights? No, that's awesome. But I think chemistry-wise, I think mentality and the heart of this team, you fucked it up a little bit, Vegas Golden Knights. And as a fan who's kind of seeing this, I don't know, like used car salesman tactics and shit with season tickets and all these other things, like I'm kind of concerned with what you're gonna be down the line 5 years later. Like, are you gonna be this like really cold-hearted bastard organization that charges what, like $600 fucking for lower bowl seats just because you can? Like, I get it. First 3 years you had sellout crowds every game. I mean, the attendance is fucking ridiculous when you look at just based on average attendance throughout the league and how consistently up top 10 the Vegas Golden Knight was in attendance. But yeah, you're really milking that shit, man. I'm not crazy about it, but I mean, simultaneously, I don't have the money, right? I don't own the goddamn team, so you do what you need. But quite frankly, there's a part of me that, yeah, I'm sure the Vegas Golden Knights are going to do well. I still have them somewhere in the second or third spot in the West Division for the upcoming season. And that's mainly due to the fact that the West Division is fucking bonkers, bro. First of all, you got the 3 California teams in San Jose, Anaheim, and Los Angeles, who all 3, honestly, are going to be better this season. I honestly expect Anaheim Ducks to take a massive step forward from their kind of just below-the-belt garbage plays from the last 3 years, at least from the way I've seen them. I mean, the last time I thought they were legitimate was when they got swept by the San Jose Sharks in the first round. That was back in 2018. But you got the Kings, who has arguably the best prospect pool right next to the Ottawa Senators. And I think this is the year where everything just kind of lines up for them. And you see guys like Kopitar, maybe Jonathan Quick gets a little bit of a revival season here. But you just get this feeling that the Kings are going to, scratch and claw their way into top contention in the West. Now, the San Jose Sharks. Now, I understand that they're an aging core. They really might be on their last leg here in the next 3 years, honestly, unless they're able to revitalize their prospect pool and put more young cats up. But to be honest, man, if you're going to compete in this division, I will still tell you, like, watch out for the Sharks, man. They're a pretty rowdy bunch. They're a pretty fucking tough bunch. It's hard to get past them. What is this asshole from California doing? When I'm speaking of California assholes, it's just so fucking coincidental and ironic. This fucking piece of shit from California is driving right in front of me where we're supposed to go at a 30-5, and this goddamn cocksucker is going at fucking 20. Kill yourself, you fuck. You serious right now, dude? Are you fucking serious right now, you fucking shithead? God fucking damn it, you fuck. Kill yourself. And you know what? Honestly, I share that same sentiment with the Sharks. Drown yourself, you sushi fucks. Because we were going to rely on Martin Jones. Wait, Dell's gone, right? I have no idea. Don't care. But, bro, you really have to start delving into this West Division and think, this isn't a fucking gimme for the Vegas Golden Knights, especially if you're a Vegas Golden Knights fan. Don't get that shit twisted. Like the St. Louis Blues are in this division. The Minnesota Wild, who people will ignore and just, I suppose, not care about because, yeah, they're not top contenders, but they're a wily bunch. The Wilds are a wily bunch, yeah. But it's curious. I actually don't recall the other teams. Well, there's Arizona. I know there's Arizona. So that makes up for what, 3, Yeah, that's all 4. No, there's one more. There's one more. Fuck. Ah, well, fuck me. Colorado, son of a bitch. Yeah, there we go. No, wait, it's Colorado West? Probably is. If it is, fuck, man. Even harder. Even harder. I mean, if Colorado's in that bitch, dude, fuck. So it just baffles me at times when you have Vegas Golden Knights fans, you know, just with this sense of entitlement and arrogance. And even as a Vegas Golden Knights fan, I tell people like, yo, my team isn't the best. Like, I know that. I know for a fact we're not the best, man. And I can accept that. I can sleep well at night knowing that shit. But some of these fucking fans, dude, they really upset me. Like, even if I'm a fan of a certain team, I'll be honest, if my fan base is acting a fool and being fucking stupid, and if I'm a part of that equation, I'll probably call myself out. But I'll call my fucking fan base out. Like, bro, perfect example, the Lakers, right? So right now the Lakers, on the season, I believe 6 games in, they're 4-2. They might be 6 or 7 games in, but regardless, they're above 500. And I sit for myself, you know, with this Lakers team that, hey, new guys, new fucking cast member, and I don't expect them to, you know, grab wins and be dominant right away. I expect a little bit of a learning curve. I expect a little bit of a getting to know you kind of deal with the crew. And so I said, you know, if the Lakers go 500 to start the month, I'm a happy camper. I can't really complain about what the Lakers are doing if that's the case, right? But simultaneously, let's say, you know, if the Lakers went on to lose the first 4 games, right? They start 0-4. Yeah, I wouldn't sit here and say, oh, we're going to be fine. Well, no, I mean, eventually we might be fine, but in the moment, I'm going to criticize. I'm going to say my shit. And oftentimes that criticism, that kind of harsh truth, a lot of people misinterpret that as pure hatred. And again, don't get that shit twisted, because it's not hatred. It's because I love my team so much that I'm able to be honest. I'm able to lay out their flaws. And that's real love, motherfucker. That's real love. And that actually, you know, relates to actual life shit, man. Because if you're in your fucking 20s and 30s and shit, yeah, I understand, and especially in your teens, I understand that you're gonna fucking fool around and dick around with people you don't care about, you don't really give a shit about, but for whatever fucking social prerogatives that you got, you have to fucking satiate that shit, or whether it's your ego, sure, whatever. But, man, you don't have to, you know. It just frustrates me that brutal honesty isn't a commodity that's looked at with awe and something to really capitalize yourself off of. But no, I mean, honesty is looked at as something horrible, something you have to run away from. It's like, no, dude, that's the opposite thing you want to do, right? And so when I talk about my sports teams, when I talk about myself, when I talk about anything, I approach it from that angle. I approach it from an outsider's perspective, a very cynical angle. But for me, it's a very honest, it's a very raw side of looking at things. And I'm not always right. I mean, I've said this multiple times. Like, I'll have some really bad takes about sports. I mean, all this shit about the Vegas Golden Knights and the Lakers right now, I mean, I might have some bad sports takes always. I always do. I never fucking hide away from that, right? Like, I'll say some shit right now. I think the Dodgers can go back-to-back. Now, is that a hot take? Certainly. But not really. If you think about it, if you think about the landscape of Major League Baseball, and I hear the fucking Padres fans internally screaming like, oh, we got better. Dude, you are just a fucking discount version of the Dodgers. First of all, you're in San Diego, bro. All right? I mean, let's not fool ourselves real quick, though. Every fucking city in California sucks ass, generally speaking. But, yeah, man, in terms of sports ball caliber of winning and success, I mean, you can't compare Los Angeles and San Diego at all. I mean, yeah, you can put the Bay Area up there, but we're not talking about the Bay Area. We're talking about the south side of Cali, Southern California. And that shit's LA, baby. That shit's LA all day. It was never Anaheim. It was never the Anaheim Ducks. It was never the fucking Anaheim Angels. It was never the goddamn Anaheim fucking Clippers. It's the Lakers. It's the fucking Dodgers. And yeah, I give respect to the Kings. Absolutely. And the Kings. It's wild, man. But the Dodgers, bro, I get a good feeling about them. I get a really good feeling about the Dodgers this season. Maybe it has a lot to do with the fact that it's been really quiet in the offseason. And usually when shit like this happens for the Dodgers, like something major generally happens. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers pull off some move where they pull in a guy like DJ LeMahieu and has him play like third or second base, and you switch that off between like Gavin Lux, Edwin Rios, and JT, Justin Turner, throughout the season. And you know, my analysis of infield position could be totally wrong and off based on, you know, stats and everything else. But, you know, as a relative newbie, but a fan of the Dodgers, that would be a move that I think pushed the Dodgers over the edge. And I think with maybe one or two extra relief pitchers, I know the name Liam Hendricks has been thrown around for quite some time with the Dodgers. I think that's going to be a more than formidable squad to get shit through. And boy howdy, I gotta tell you, man, if that ever comes to fruition, where the Dodgers next season, you know, opens up spring training, everyone's healthy, ready to go, you know, if my boy Corey Seager signs that fucking beautiful contract and gets shit going, you're gonna see one of the most obnoxious fucking Dodgers fans out there in myself. And yeah, I have no intentions of hiding that, because dude, as a Dodgers fan, dude, I don't really care how people perceive us. This is what I say, I generally do not care how people perceive me in any sort of volume or fashion. Not anymore. So okay, cool, I'm a Dodgers fan, Lakers fan, probably a bandwagon cunt from the outsider's perspective, which is totally fine. I don't care. Like, I enjoy my team. I love my team. So you can fuck off for all I care. Right? You got to have that level of confidence and expectation of hatred to, you know, understand and fully value your team. And you see a lot of these bandwagon fans, and this is where the distinction of bandwagon in my mind comes in. Bandwagon fans are the most emotionally fickle bitches who will switch allegiances at the sign of any sort of hardship. And you see this all the time. And unfortunately, you know, in American sports, it's pretty prevalent to like an nth degree. It's pretty fucking wily. Now, I know there are a lot of sports ball fans out here in America who are singular, one-minded, you know, sports ball monogamy people, and I respect the hell out of those people. But yeah, I mean, there are multiple reasons why someone, you know, cheers for more than one team, and I don't fully agree with it, but hey, that's your life. If you want to be a fan like that, that's totally fine with me. But you know, sports monogamy is a thing for me, although I'm always tempted, like at one point, to like just maybe buy a Browns jersey, because I love me some Cleveland Browns. I love me some Baker Mayfield. I mean, Myles Garrett is one of the best. I would argue he's one of the top 3 edge rushers in the league right now. Kevin Stefanski, year 1, is absolutely phenomenal as a head coach. And yeah, that might be the one other team, like emotionally, that I can, you know, displace my feelings and all this shit towards, other than the Seahawks. But I know myself. I'm a stubborn asshole, and I'm always about this whole sports ball monogamy, right? Sports ball monogamy. I just have the ball in there, but sports monogamy, you know, one team, you know, one sport, one team. And that stemmed from Arsenal, of course, Arsenal Football Club. And it's curious, man. So Arsenal Football Club has been winning games, and I'm shocked. I am genuinely shocked that this has been happening. Why? So Arsenal Football Club, boys and girls, for those of you who don't watch soccer, okay, just hear me out on this shit. Domestic league, okay? Arsenal, out of the 38 matches, for about 7 matches straight, they didn't win a single fucking game. Okay? They went 2 draws and 5 losses in that 7-game stretch. It was fucking awful. Okay? And one of the losses was actually against Tottenham Hotspur. And holy fuck! I lost my shit watching that match. Because that's our biggest rivals. You lost to them pretty pathetically. And at that point, I thought the season was over. I honestly thought, okay, you can't salvage this shit. If you land in the top 10, I'm a happy camper at that point. But it looks like you're going to get knocked out of every cup tournament. And we're fucked. But what happens? Boxing Day, December 26th, against Chelsea. Arsenal beats the fuck out of Chelsea 3-1. And man, I gotta tell you, I think that has been a huge momentum shifter for Arsenal Football Club. And I'm excited because on one end, Chelsea's actually going on a bit of a losing streak now. And Arsenal has been going on a 3-game winning streak. So I'm totally shocked at this point as an Arsenal fan. And so will I think that they continue and keep this up and maybe land in the top 6 spot in the Premier League? It's a possibility, but I highly doubt it. Especially if the Arsenal Football Club that I know will probably do the typical thing in the January transfer market and not do shit. It's going to be pretty difficult to compete in this Premier League climate because I'm going to be honest, man. I think Manchester United is going to win the league. I think Manchester United, Leicester City, Liverpool, those 3 I think have the highest odds to win the Premier League this season. And yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not supposed to like United. I don't fucking care. Like, this is just called being honest. And honestly, have you seen Liverpool? Have you seen how fucking mediocre they play? Holy shit, dude. You think they're going to repeat as champions? You have 1 or 2 really decent moments from guys like Mohamed Salah, and Sadio Mane, and Roberto Firmino. But I feel like everything else is kind of is hot and cold. Midfield, center back, Alisson. Woo, Alisson, my God. my God, man. If I've ever seen a more overrated goalkeeper than Alisson, Jesus Christ, dude, fucking pinch my balls. I mean, you might honestly put Kepa up there, but Alisson might be a little bit worse, like marginally worse in terms of being overrated. But I know all you fucking football nerds are gonna get on me with the goddamn XG stats. Shut the fuck up, bro. Stats are one fucking thing. Stats only contextualize what's actually happening in real life. But when you watch Alisson and that fucking center back core and Jurgen Klopp's insistence of blitzkrieg ball, is that right? Whatever the fuck they call it, rock and roll style football, dude. Fuck out of here. And I'll be honest, man. Liverpool is facing Southampton today in the afternoon, 12 o'clock, and not really a hot take, but maybe a salty take, possibly. But I get a feeling that Southampton comes out with a draw or a win. Liverpool has been really underwhelming this season. No matter if you're a Liverpool fan, can you really honestly say they've been fantastic from the get-go to right now? I can't argue that. I can't. And outside those top 3 in the Premier League, where you have, I said, Manchester United, Leicester City, and Liverpool, it's a toss-up, man. I mean, any given fucking weekend, any goddamn Premier League Saturday, Sunday, or the god-awful fucking Monday or Friday games, you have, in my mind, after those top 3, who are going to be, vying in for that spot for the 4th and 5th for, qualification into the Champions League and, automatic insertion into the Europa League, respectively. I think you have clubs like Wolverhampton Wanderers, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City. I can honestly argue maybe for West Ham United if they got their shit together, but perhaps not. Aston Villa, who's been having a phenomenal season. Everton, who finally, you're seeing the fruits of Ancelotti come through full on, you know, harvest, good old fucking grapefruits. Man, I can't make fruit analogies. I can't make agriculture analogies. I suck at it. But you know what I mean. Ancelotti is the right choice. And Everton is such an interesting squad. They are a really interesting club in my mind. Maybe they don't win anything this year. Maybe they don't. Maybe, just maybe, they win an FA Cup with Ancelotti. But Everton, in my mind, is going to be a very, very interesting club moving forward. And I just missed my exit. Oh well. I can take the longer way. That's fine. But, yeah, this is where we talk about Arsenal, right? Oh, you think Arsenal's going to make it in the top? Well, kind of. So, with Arsenal Football Club, I see an odd situation where, yes, you finally figured out this kind of momentum for the club after beating Chelsea, but really, what are you going to do from here on out? How are you going to handle January? How are you going to deal with your center back situations? I mean, week to week, match to match, there's such indecision, there's such confusion as to what's the starting four, what's the starting three back there. And with Bernd Leno, who I would still argue, yeah, he should be the number one goalkeeper, but can we stop it with trying to put him in every fucking competition possible and put Runarsson in as many times as you can, possibly? Because, man, we need to manage our assets better. It's fucking wild that Willian had to play all those goddamn matches without being pulled. It's like, what the hell are we doing? Is there some sort of fucking Brazilian conspiracy here, man? Where Edu's like, oh, look at... I don't know why he's French. I don't know why the fuck he sounds like Arsene Wenger there. Where he's more like, look, you fucking put all the fucking Brazilian dudes. I brought them from the favelas. You put them in there, or I shoot you with the fucking injection of COVID. Plandemic to fucking give you Bell palsy. That's what Edu... You know what, man? If Edu's doing that shit, I wouldn't even be fucking surprised. Edu's putting goddamn Arsenal in a goddamn terrorist hostage situation, just fucking putting a syringe up in the face of Mikel like, you don't put fucking Willian in the starting 11, I will shoot you with this goddamn vaccine, you fuck. There is no other explanation for that shit. But finally, when you insert Emile Smith-Rowe, Bukayo Saka, holy shit, everything just opens up. And I honestly think Joe Willock needs to get more starting minutes, man. Joe Willock absolutely needs to get more starting minutes for Arsenal Football Club. And this Sunday against West Brom, as bad as West Brom has been, it really does show to the extent of how desperate Arsenal needs to play their young guys. And I hope moving forward in January, Arsenal does the smart stuff. You know, they're brutally honest with themselves and can, you know, get better. And that's what I implore everyone else to do. You know, be honest with yourself. You know, for contextualizing the realm of sports, if you're a sports ball fan, right, you're a fan of a team, don't overprotect your team because of emotions. Really think about what your team is doing. Be honest. It sucks, but that's the way you have to handle things sometimes. Right? Boys and girls, I'm going to leave the episode there. Go ahead and if you can, like the episode, you know, whether it's on SoundCloud, YouTube, whatever have you. And I'll be honest, got hair. Probably tomorrow or maybe tonight, I'm thinking of doing a live stream of the Piggy Skin Picks review because 37 or 40 minutes on YouTube is not long enough to talk about all 32 teams, all the advents of what's happened over the last 7 weeks that I've missed talking about football. And clearly, lottery draft shit, playoff implications, all those things have to be talked about. So that'll do it for me for episode number 311. So join me next time, and until then, fuck off.